come in every shape and size, compact cars, SUVs, and trucks, so you can do everything and go everywhere. The average electric vehicle can travel 375 kilometers on a full charge. That's Gambo all the way to Gross Moor. When you do need to recharge, there are over 80 charging stations around the province, and more to come. Road trip, anyone? For just $2.50 in electricity costs, an electric vehicle can go 100 kilometers. That's Gander to Grand Falls or 10 trips to the rink for the price of a custard cone. Wondering if there's an electric vehicle out there for you? EVs come in every shape and size, compact cars, SUVs, and trucks, so you can do everything and go everywhere. The average electric vehicle can travel 375 kilometers on a full charge. That's Gambo all the way to Gross Moor. When you do need to recharge, there are over 80 charging stations around the province, and more to come. Road trip, anyone? For just $2.50 in electricity costs, an electric vehicle can go 100 kilometers. That's Gander to Grand Falls or 10 trips to the rink for the price of a custard cone. Wondering if there's an electric vehicle out there for you? EVs come in every shape and size, compact cars, SUVs, and trucks, so you can do everything and go everywhere. The average electric vehicle can travel 375 kilometers on a full charge. That's Gambo all the way to Gross Moor. When you do need to recharge, there are over 80 charging stations around the province, and more to come. Road trip, anyone? For just $2.50 in electricity costs, an electric vehicle can go 100 kilometers. That's Gander to Grand Falls or 10 trips to the rink for the price of a custard cone. Wondering if there's an electric vehicle out there for you? EVs come in every shape and size, compact cars, SUVs, and trucks, so you can do everything and go everywhere. The average electric vehicle can travel 375 kilometers on a full charge. That's Gambo all the way to Gross Moor. When you do need to recharge, there are over 80 charging stations around the province, and more to come. Road trip, anyone? For just $2.50 in electricity costs, an electric vehicle can go 100 kilometers. That's Gander to Grand Falls or 10 trips to the rink for the price of a custard cone. Wondering if there's an electric vehicle out there for you? EVs come in every shape and size, compact cars, SUVs, and trucks, so you can do everything and go everywhere. The average electric vehicle can travel 375 kilometers on a full charge. That's Gambo all the way to Gross Moor. When you do need to recharge, there are over 80 charging stations around the province, and more to come. Road trip, anyone? For just $2.50 in electricity costs, an electric vehicle can go 100 kilometers. That's Gander to Grand Falls or 10 trips to the rink for the price of a custard cone. Wondering if there's an electric vehicle out there for you? EVs come in every shape and size, compact cars, SUVs, and trucks, so you can do everything and go everywhere. The average electric vehicle can travel 375 kilometers.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am sorry to interrupt all this excellent conversation that's happening, but we're just going to take a few minutes to have a couple of comments from some of our guests here today. My name is Krista Langthorne. I'm the Director of Customer Relations and Energy Solutions with Newfoundland Power. And I'm excited to be here today as part of the takeCHARGE team. And I am so honored to welcome you to the first stop of our Everything EV Roadshow. This is so exciting to see all these vehicles. I'm over the moon about this. So takeCHARGE is a joint partnership between Newfoundland Power and Newfoundland Labrador Hydro. We work together to bring energy efficiency awareness and rebate programs to Newfoundland Labrador. At takeCHARGE, we are committed to helping our customers become more energy efficient by using electricity wisely. And as you can see, this has grown to include increasing our customers' understanding of the many benefits of electric vehicles. Our Everything EV Roadshow is made possible through the investment made by the Government of Canada to support zero-emission vehicle awareness projects. And at this time, I would like to introduce Joanne Thompson, Member of Parliament for St. John's East.
Hello, and welcome everyone. I am so pleased to be here this morning. I'd like to begin by recognizing our presence on the ancestral homeland of the Mi'kmaq and Beothuk peoples. Such acknowledgements remind me of an Indigenous proverb. We do not inherit this land from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. Our responsibility to the next generation includes leaving them with a climate-resilient energy and transportation system. Today, we are doing just that. We are here to promote electric vehicles, accelerate their adoption in our province, and help build a greener, more sustainable future for our children and grandchildren. So I want to thank takeCHARGE, a joint partnership between Newfoundland Power and Newfoundland and Labrador Hydro, for organizing this showcase event to raise awareness about electric vehicles. Research has shown that Canadians are learning more and more about zero-emission vehicles, or ZEVs for short, as they are deployed across the country. But there is still a lot more learning to do as they become our new normal. For example, we understand that ZEVs are beneficial for the environment, but we don't have much experience with them. In fact, 2 out of every 3 Canadians have never ridden in or driven a ZEV. Many folks tend to think that they are expensive to buy, difficult to charge or refuel. And we have a lot of questions around such things as range, performance, maintenance cost, and resale values. That's why we've created the Zero Emission Vehicle Awareness Initiative at Natural Resources Canada. It's helped to fund dozens of community-based projects and events just like this one to help take some of the mystery out of owning a ZEV. Which is why our government was proud to step up with a contribution of $200,000 earlier this year to support takeCHARGE's plans for the education and outreach campaign of ZEVs. In order to meet our climate targets and reduce our dependence on imported fossil fuels, we simply had to move away from polluting technologies. That's why we've set 5 as the target for ensuring that all new passenger and light-duty vehicles sold in Canada are zero emission. To get there, we have so far invested over $1 billion to fund rebates and tax incentives for Canadian consumers and businesses that buy ZEVs. On the mainland and here in Newfoundland, that means building coast-to-coast networks of EV charging stations. This means that today you can drive an electric vehicle from here to Corner Brook and you will find a charging station wherever you need one. And we're installing even more of these chargers in our communities, in the places where we live, work, and play. In Budget 2022, we are building on all of that. It includes an additional $1.7 billion to extend our purchase incentive program to help make ZEVs more affordable, and another $900 million to expand ZEV infrastructure. To recap, we are bringing in clean infrastructure, strategic incentives, and awareness. This is how we create a future where the vehicles we drive contribute to solving our climate challenges while looking out for Canadians' pocketbooks. That, my friends, is how we are ensuring the economy and the environment go hand in hand. On behalf of Minister Jonathan Wilkinson and our government, I want to congratulate you, Byron and Elise, and everyone at Newfoundland Power, Newfoundland and Labrador Hydro, and and Drive Electric Atlantic, a project of the New Brunswick Lung Association, for your leadership and vision. Thank you to our partners here for your continued commitment and collaboration, and for your leadership in Canada's fight against climate change. I wish you all the best and well done today. What an amazing event. Thank you.
Thank you, MP Thompson. Now from Newfoundland Power, it's my pleasure to introduce Byron Chubbs, Vice President of Engineering and Energy Supply, and he's bringing remarks on behalf of the Take Charge Partnership. Byron.
Thank you, Krista. Very excited to be here today on this very first stop of the Everything EVs Roadshow. So this is a series of events takeCHARGE will be holding across the province throughout the summer, with events already planned in Gander and in Corner Brook. You know, our province is in a great position to lead in the transition to green energy and the transition to electric vehicles. And with everybody working together, and that means all levels of government, the utilities, manufacturers and dealerships, and even special interest groups like the Lung Association and Drive Electric NL, we can make that happen. And in fact, we're starting to see that the future is already here. It's been great to watch the interest in electric vehicles grow in our province, as more and more drivers are looking for credible information about EVs. We're committed to helping our customers make informed decisions that are right for them. In particular, customers are very interested in understanding how EVs work and how they compare to a conventional vehicle. And you're certainly in the right place to learn about everything EVs. Is that my cue? So today we brought together EV owners, dealers, and takeCHARGE experts from Newfoundland Power and Newfoundland Labrador Hydro to answer your questions and to share all you need to know about the many benefits of EV ownership. You'll hear testimonials about how they are less expensive to operate, more convenient to fuel than gasoline vehicles, and they're environmentally friendly. But the best part is they're fun to drive. But you don't have to take our word for it, because this is your opportunity to get up close and personal with electric vehicles. And I see a lot of great models here today. So through takeCHARGE, I should also mention that we're expanding the provincial EV charging network. More chargers in more locations will make it easier for customers to choose an EV, knowing that they can drive anywhere in the province and be able to stop for a charge. So stay tuned, as you're going to hear more about this in the coming weeks. So we're planning for today, while we're looking to the future, to create a more sustainable and greener future for the people of our province. And if you're considering making the switch to electric, we're here to help with everything that you need to decide on whether becoming an EV owner is right for you. Once again, thank you everybody for coming, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Byron. Please join me in welcoming Elise Wilton, Manager of Community and Environmental Health Programs at the New Brunswick Lung Association, who drove her electric vehicle all the way from New Brunswick to be here with us today. You're welcome.
Thank you. We're the New Brunswick Lung Association and really excited to be here as a part of this event. You might be wondering how the New Brunswick Lung Association ended up here. And first of all, we were also recipients of the federal grant money about zero-emission vehicles, along with takeCHARGE and Drive Electric NL and other organizations in Atlantic Canada. And so we used part of this funding to bring these 2 electric vehicles. We drove 2 electric vehicles from Fredericton, New Brunswick, here to St. John's. We landed last night, and we're turning around and doing it all again tomorrow. So I can confirm that the network is strong enough to support these cars. We made it in a timely manner last night, and hoping to make the ferry tomorrow night, but I'm not too concerned. And so the New Brunswick Lung Association is pushing for decreased air pollution and improved air quality. So that's the other connection that sometimes takes a second, the Lung Association and electric vehicles. So you might not know that tailpipe emissions from internal combustion engines or regular gas-powered vehicles includes pollutants that harm our lungs and contribute to poor air quality. So included in that, there's small particulate matter, there's nitrogen oxides and sulfur oxides, and volatile organic compounds. All of these can harm our lungs in different capacities, particularly for people who have existing lung conditions like asthma or COPD or lung cancer. And poor air quality contributes to over 15,000 deaths in Canada every year. So the efforts of improving air quality does significantly impact Canadian health and even Canadian longevity. So this is why the Lung Association is involved. That's why we're invested in educating the public about electric vehicles, the benefits, the options, what the future looks like, what the networks look like for charging. And part of this experience for us of driving here was to have the knowledge and the experience to talk to people about road trips and about what that looks like with an electric vehicle. And while it looks different, it's very doable and not a hardship. And so these events, we're excited to be here because there's such a great opportunity for people to ask questions, get inside a car like the test drive vehicles that we brought with us, and talk to people who've done long road trips or who own electric vehicles for many years. So we have a booth over there along with the takeCHARGE booth, so if you want to stop by and ask us other things that we're doing about lung health or about our road trip on the way here and our experience with the network and driving these cars. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Elise. There are a few more people that we would like to thank before we finish up here today. The St. John's Farmers Market for this beautiful venue, the many volunteers, EV owners and experts, associations and automotive dealerships that partnered with us on this initiative, all of our special guest speakers who came out today, and Natural Resources Canada for helping us make this event possible. This concludes the formal greetings for today, but please stick around and talk to us throughout the afternoon. And don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure to put your name in for those excellent door prizes. Those will be drawn at 3 p.m. today. On behalf of the entire takeCHARGE team, I want to thank you all for coming to help us launch this exciting new electric vehicle roadshow. The future of driving is waiting for you. Thank you.
Come in every shape and size, compact cars, SUVs, and trucks, so you can do everything and go everywhere. The average electric vehicle can travel 375 kilometers on a full charge.